gentlemen, Stranded Deep is one of the greatest video games of all time. The greatest survival game, island-based of all time. And today, I've already seen the first few seconds, but I get called out right in the very beginning of this new world record video. They managed to do it. And you know what? I'm setting it at 25 minutes. If they ever beat 25 minutes on the speedrun, I am going to literally come back and react to the new speedrun. And cue the copyrighted music montage. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start up the Wii music. Essentially, ladies and gentlemen, Speedy Deep here, whose channel will be down below in the description, you need to go subscribe to him instantly, has done over 157 attempts since the moment that I said if the 35-minute run was shaven off by 10 minutes, I'd react to it again. This is a 21-minute run, and he not only has changed up his entire strategy, but he has shaved 14 minutes off, and we're gonna be reacting and watching to how he managed to do that today. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It's time for the greatest sponsor in the greatest mobile game of all time, Raid Shadow Legends. The latest addition to the huge boss roster in Raid Shadow Legends has just dropped the Hydra. It is Raid's biggest, baddest, and scariest boss yet. It is an ultimate beast with 6 heads, with just basically like 6 different boss fights all rolled up into one. Now, if a gigantic 6-headed Hydra wasn't enough, esports legend and Navi superstar Simple is dropping into the game, both free for new and old players. All you have to do is log in for 7 days between now and January 28th, and you can unlock him for free. Raid always has new stuff dropping and always new things going on, and this is the best time to get started. Use my link in the description or scan my QR code. You'll get some free resources, a free mystery champion straight away to kickstart your game. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but trust me, they're awesome. All the treasure will be waiting for you here whenever you get in the game. Go ahead, hit my link, and see which champion you get.
And
I'm so excited for this, man.
I've returned to several times for various speedruns, including the sub 35-minute run.
Dude.
The reason I've come back to it is because it's literally the only one I've ever found that has the bosses, required islands, and the ending ship in this tight of a cluster. And with this new method, it was literally the only one that could work for it.
So basically, he has mentioned in the beginning of this video that this brand new strategy that he did, he actually used and spun over 4,000 randomly generated maps in order to find this perfect one. And he's doing the entire game in a 1-day cycle, therefore shaving 14 minutes off of the run. It's absolutely incredible.
Dev controls. I have not altered the game in any way. It is being ran just as it comes out of the box, so to speak. So what's happening is called an action stacking glitch, which has actually been something that's been a bit of an issue in previous versions of the game. And when a particular type of hardware component is mapped to the forward input of the player within the game, utilizing this control in the right way causes dozens, if not hundreds, of forward input commands to stack on top of each other.
Oh no, is he going to launch the game
several times faster than the max speed of anything in the game? Not only that, but when you have stacked inputs and attempt to jump out of the water, the stacks get translated into height above the water and shoot me varying degrees out of the water.
Oh my god,
the game,
I can't
however,
wait.
seems to think that my character is still just above the water, and so I don't receive any fall damage. It's pretty ridiculous that this all works the way it does, but I just use the tools in the box. I don't make them. If anyone wants to know the particulars of how to do this glitch, which is actually very easy, I'm more than happy to tell anyone how to do it. I'm not trying to hide it from anyone except the devs, and that's just because I don't want them to take away my fun little speedrun toy. Simply message me through one of the links in the video description, and I'll send you the
Developers be like, yo man, I'm a speedrunner.
Swim jumping, as I've dubbed it, only works on PC due to the lack of
I don't think the developers would ever take this away.
Alright, and
Here
right
we
off the
go.
bat, I'm utilizing a new glitch I found to get moving as quickly as possible. So normally the player cannot do anything in the new game until the music comes up to full volume, so not only can I not open raft storage, I also cannot move with speed walking, only move at normal speed. However, if you quickly pause and unpause the game before the music volume rises, you can suddenly access things and speed walk for just a second or two earlier.
Dude, I love
Alright, and right off the bat, we
speedrunners.
got our first jerry can, and it's actually pretty much a
There's a little
requirement
shark
that
right there.
There are at the very least 2 jerry cans on this island, since if we don't have 2, there's only maybe 1 or 2 more spots in the rest of the entire run that we can even pick up another jerry can, and even then it's a pretty low chance. So minimum of 2.
And
this
launch.
was made even more difficult by the fact that there are only 6 crates on this island. So I originally thought that that was going to be a detriment, that having less crates would be less chances for jerry cans, but really it actually helps me out. I find that having less crates makes it so I don't get distracted trying to look for cans. I just have those 6 chances, and that's it. If I don't have it, it's over.
Dude, I love speedruns where they actually explain everything. It's so nice.
Past is that we used to use all 6 of those crates, but this is Stranded Deep, not Death Stranding, so we're gonna nix about half of those things.
He's only gonna carry 3 for the entire
we
game.
had 4 crates that one was for coconuts, one was for rocks and lashings, another one was for sticks, and one of 2 crates that was full of spears. So this island string is an island string that's full of the smaller type that has just ficus, no boars or snakes. And because of that, we don't need to worry about that crate of sticks. And there's also rocks and coconuts on any type of island, so we don't need to worry about those until we get to our final destination.
I love him actually killing the crabs.
3 inventory spaces, we can also empty out one of those crates of spears, which also frees up yet another inventory space. Now, before, we needed all that extra inventory space.
I think he's level hunting to do more damage later on.
Just not have to struggle around dropping things every 10 seconds. But now, we have an inventory full of spears. And we're going to have to get rid of those as quickly as possible. So, our first 3 stops after the starter island are going to be the 3 boss locations, where we're going to stop at the Abia first, chop him up with an axe, then chuck every single one of these spears at Luska, hit him with an axe a little bit too. And then go on to Meg and chop her up as well.
Bro, it took me days.
Just a couple minutes of each other.
It took me days to beat this game.
Here on our starter island.
He's just doing it instantly, man.
Crafting up a whole bunch of stone tooltips. Then we're gonna get some lashings, make an axe, and chop down every single 3 or 4 stick ficus that we can find. And we're also gonna chop down a few 2-stick ficuses just to get a couple extra spears, since I found that it saves me a little bit of time if I just throw spears instead of using the axe on Luska. Now, one of the last things we're going to do before we leave the island, since we've made all these spears, we have the crafting level to make a pickaxe, which is one of the things we needed the leather for in those 6 crates. And once we get the clay, we're pretty much off to the races, man. We can go kill the bosses at leisure.
Dude, how?
Well, maybe not at leisure. I guess we still need to do it pretty quick.
Yeah, it is the world record speedrun. Bro, it is insane. I love survival games so much.
I was actually working with the curator of the Stranded Deep wiki to suss out a whole bunch of the XP and rates and all the other information that pretty much no one but Beam Team knows. And one thing that I found out was that crude fishing spears actually give almost double the XP as regular crude spears. So one thing that I actually ended up trying to do was making a whole bunch of crude fishing spears, not realizing that they do half the damage.
Oh my god, look how many spears!
And I was actually trying to go forward and kill Luska with those, and it was an absolute mess. However, that information isn't completely for nothing, since if I'm ever on the final island of the string and I need more crafting XP, I definitely know the items that I want to craft first.
Clay?
So
wait, why does it need clay? I can't remember why you need clay.
Got our pickaxe made up, so we just gotta go get some clay, and then we are off to the first boss.
Wait, what does he need clay for? I can't even remember. Bro, this game is so good, man. I freaking loved playing this game. I think my next ocean game is Raft. I really want to play Raft next.
Higher durability harvesting item than, trees or ficus or anything else I'm harvesting in this entire run. So I want the higher harvesting level so I can harvest that as fast as possible.
Dude, the optimization is just elite.
And we are pretty much ready to go. I'm just getting a couple extra spears here to fill in my inventory spaces, since every single spear is going to help.
All right,
and we're off. So just a couple minutes into the run, we're already off the starter island, and
my
hopefully
god,
we can get all 3 of these bosses killed in just 4 or 5 minutes.
And there's, oh my god, wait, is he supposed to get immediately?
This is a problem that was happening pretty often with Abia. You could be very clearly out of the way of his mouth when he emerges, and he'll just latch onto you like that. I was trying to have him latch onto me and then have my player face his body so I could just keep on chopping him as much as I wanted. But it doesn't seem like he drags you in any beneficial way pretty much anytime that happens.
Oh my god, the game literally can't keep up.
Something with my audio recording screwed up. It seems like it's something to do with the game audio, because it's all the UI sounds, not the actual game music that you can hear in the background periodically throughout this. But anyways, I'm just going to be lowering the volume so that you guys don't have to be subjected to that brain-melting sound.
Dude, literally, the game cannot keep up with how fast he is doing everything. You're about to run out of air, my guy. Get air. Is he drowning? He just doesn't care. Okay.
All right, and the first boss is down, and that only took me about a minute and a half.
Dude, it quite literally took me like, I think 12 hours to even find that boss, let alone kill it. Dude, this run is so much faster than the last one.
Here, which is the item duplication glitch. It basically just duplicates pretty much bandages now, but if you use a bandage while you're climbing up onto a pull-up bar or this buoy or a ship or something, it will use the bandage and you'll still have it in your inventory, which is incredibly handy for speedruns. It used to work with coconut drinks too, but since they revert back to coconut flasks after you drink them now, that no longer happens.
Bro, I can't imagine. He sounds like he's really worried about the devs.
And yet another glitch. So if you swim underneath the buoy chain at Luska, he will start doing this disco glitching. Yeah, yeah, and it's a little, you know, like seizure warning-y, I guess. But it makes it really
too
easy
late
to
for that
plot
one,
where
buddy.
you're gonna throw your spear, and that is great because the faster I can do it, obviously, the faster we want to go.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the only problem is he's gonna run out of air here. He just ran out of air. Leveling up hunting, so now he's gonna do even more damage here, which is great. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, buddy. God, he goes so high. It almost seems like bad that you go this high. Like, you don't want to actually go that high.
You can actually access crates and then continue walking after you access them. And with the co-op multiplayer out in Stranded Deep, if you didn't know about that, co-op's out in Stranded Deep. It's glitchy as hell, but you can still play with other people for like 3 days until it starts becoming completely broken. But one of the things that I'm really interested in trying out is to see if someone, like one player, can pick up a crate that another player is currently accessing and walk a distance away and then essentially teleport things back and forth. So if anybody feels like trying that out with a friend and get some cool results, please let me know.
Bro, thoughts on the Stranded Deep co-op run? Thoughts on that? All right. Well, wait, is Luska dead?
Now that crate that I just picked up was completely empty, and it's actually a good thing I picked it up because one of the things that always got me into trouble with some of these runs was I would keep on forgetting to either clay, which is a consistent problem in these runs for me, or the plank scrap. And one time I was on a world record pace and I didn't have the plank scrap. You saw it in the montage in the intro. And I completely forgot that you could break down these crates for plank scrap and lashings. So I wanted to make sure I picked these up, following
just in case.
Here's the Meg. I wanted to make sure I pick these up every time.
The Meg, baby. Bro, I love how you literally can swim faster than this. And the game actually can't keep up with. I can't imagine devs ever like I played through this game and I saw like one glitch the entire time.
5 minutes into our string of boss kills here, which means we are making some absolutely incredible time. It was very rare that I would get that low of a time on all 3 consecutive boss kills. So this was a super huge help. Obviously, just being accurate and hitting the damn boss is what you need to do since I'm using an axe for most of these. However, since I'm speed walking and it's very hard to control the speed walking glitch, it's incredibly hard to match the speed of a boss.
Compass. Reward complete, and he's off to the races.
All right, and that's all 3 bosses killed in just about 5 minutes. So now our nightfall is going to happen at 15 minutes exactly in this run. And that means we have just 5 or 6 minutes to get all the rest of this potatoes, sticks, lashings, rocks, coconuts, and get the fuel stills made up, get everything in them, get them lit, and then also make up a shelter and go to sleep so we can skip the fuel distillation. Keeping in mind that all of that stuff that I just named, that was all the stuff that we did in the first day on my 35
And then he killed bosses on the second day. I remember that. The first day was like all preparation. This time you kill the bosses first and you go, it's kind of backwards. I love how the game sound just literally cannot keep up with how fast he is. All right, you got everything from this island?
We're off to this island and off to the next one. So this is one of the, besides the survivor shelter that was back there, which we accessed, this is one of the very few key places that I can actually pick up some items. And luckily I got a jerry can, so we're ready to go. We got everything we need.
Dude, after all of that, it's still RNG. After everything that he's done to maximize his gameplay, it's still RNG. That is wild to me. That is actually wild. Okay, he's gonna throw everything in there. Gonna pick that up. He's gonna stack all these containers. There it is. And keep farming. Yeah, dude, I've started this like 3 times, but I really don't think devs would ever really try to like stop speedrunners. Like I experienced like 1 or 2 glitches when I played this game, but it seems like
don't even need a compass
deleting
anymore
them is so like for what? You're just taking away the speedrunner's fun.
Everything is, but as you can see there, every now and then I still get a little turned around.
Yeah, after 157 attempts,
making sure I get to the boss locations. That's really the only thing the compass is for.
Yeah, because there's no marker.
Just clogging up inventory spaces after that. All right, and we are on our final destination island. So we got to get up these potatoes.
Get your potatoes up, son. You need the fuel for the plane. I remember.
I had also been trying to prioritize kind of just picking up these loose sticks because if I can get, every 4 sticks that I can pick up off the ground, that's 1 less tree I have to chop down, which is, a couple seconds here, a couple seconds there.
Love it. Love it. Dude,
this was also the first time.
So good, man.
Well, normally on this seed, I would do normally on any speed run, I would do my fires and the fuel stills out on the beach. However, it just seemed like this was the logical place to do it this time since I had so many sticks around, and I think this is actually what stopped me from forgetting so many things. It's just having them all right next to me. Oh, and we just had another glitch there.
Yeah, wait.
So we have the, I guess I got to give it a name. I'm going to call it the trunk piling glitch. So you're supposed to chop the trunks off the trees
individually,
to,
each one.
Get the logs out of them. However, if you focus on one of the trunks that's still attached to a tree, as long as it has 2 or more trunks, and you don't have any logs in your inventory, then you can actually craft those into a pile right off the tree, saving you all the time of chopping them off.
Yeah, that is a huge time save. I remember that, dude. Individually chopping each one of those is horrendous.
All right, we're just getting up our coconuts, and
I love how that's
even the coconut spawns are RNG based.
No
You'll
shot.
always have coconuts on a tree, but there's a chance that you'll either have 1 or 2 coconuts on there. So obviously it's better for me if I have 2 coconuts, so I don't have to run around to different trees.
And just speed walk around. All right, his full inventory. Dude, the inventory management is so stressful to me. It really is, I'm not gonna lie. It actually is so stressful watching him inventory and like count up and make sure he has like a perfect amount of everything. This is it's too much. It's just too much, man.
This was easily one of maybe 3 times that I was at this point in all 157 attempts that it was still actually bright outside, and I was on the last step of making these coconut flasks before the fuel stills, since I have to have the craftsmanship level that I just got right there to be able to make the fuel still. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of them up just so I don't have to think about it and don't end up forgetting something. But now that I have that craftsmanship level, I can make those fuel stills.
Okay. Literally, I forgot you have to like actually level up your character.
I didn't need to collect the last 3 of those coconuts or rather like 2 of those coconuts.
Reset the run.
I had rations in the other box there, but well, since I got them, I just went ahead and got them.
Start over the run. All right, so
And realizing I don't have enough plank scrap, I know I need to tear this down, but you can't tear down crates with items in them. And if you could, that would have been really tragic since I would have just destroyed those 2 potatoes.
Yeah, he would have ruined his run. That's really sad. Okay, so he's got the lashing.
And we're going to go ahead and pop some light just so it doesn't, get too dark and I have to search around for a crate. That can cost me a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes, but a couple seconds if I...
Dude, there's so much optimized in this run because there's so much crap on the floor. There really is like so much crap. So now he needs to speed walk and get rocks.
And we're getting the rocks up for the fuel stills. We got to put rings around the campfires to actually be able to fill those.
Okay. So now he's holding his axe instead of, so it's not taking up an inventory space. Bruh. Okay.
And this is a big annoyance with me, but if you have too many things in your inventory, you can't always get the quick crafting thing you want to pop up on top.
Okay. He's doing it now, though. And now he needs to make the... he has 2 fire pits. Now he needs to craft the actual fuel stills so he can make the fuel for the what's it called? for the thing to get you out.
All right, there's the first one, and we gotta get everything out of this crate, or well, one of our crates, so we can actually tear it down and get the last plank scrap we need.
Refined axe.
Oh, and the sticks for it too.
Bro, this just goes to show how mentally fortituded. That's not a word. Either way, you know what I'm trying to say. How like mentally strong these speedrunners have to be. He literally can't even like comprehend what he's doing watching it back later on. When he
I probably should have just went ahead and dropped those, but I was paranoid about waking up too early, and even though I was confident the fuel was going to be distilled, I didn't want it to be too dark for me to, I don't know, just see around the island and
how long does that
not
last?
step on something poisonous or something stupid like that. That would
Oh yeah, because then if you step on a snake, you have to get the antidote, or else you die a horrible death. Okay, so there we go. The fuel still. So he's got both fuel stills. 4 potatoes into each. Oh yeah, and then he needs the kindling to actually start it.
All the potatoes are in, which is something else I struggled around a couple of those runs. So you just gotta get them lit up and then go to sleep, and hopefully we'll wake up.
Was that a macro? How do you like that so fast?
So
that usually takes so long.
Because it's completely random how long you sleep at night.
Wait, what? I didn't even know that. Okay, so now he's gonna sleep. He's gonna wake up. There's gonna be a bunch of gas.
I realized that it was still dark outside, but then checking the fuel stills, it had been just enough time, so we don't have to wait at all. We're ready to go off to the ending ship as soon as we get this jerry can out of that station and fill it up with gas too.
Dude, the optimization, it really does feel like
water, and we're good to go.
Dude, it really does feel like this Speedy Deep has literally invented this entire speedrun himself.
Ship is not, if you go try to stand on top of it or walk up to it, you'll walk right through it because it takes a good, 15, 20 seconds until this island actually renders in. I don't know why it's different than other islands, probably just because it's such a huge structure. But yeah, it definitely takes longer than other islands. But that's just enough time to get our plane parts crafted up before we make our way up there. And now all there is left to do is wait for the ramp to render in. There it is.
Wait for the ramp to render in.
Swim jump up to the top here.
Oh my god, bro, I love this speedrun so much.
And then we're just pulling everything out and loading it up, and we're on our way.
Okay, so he needs the fuel. One can.
Looking back on this run now,
water.
I'm watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, man, you're going so slow. Like, you can do all this so much faster, but this is really the moment where, like, the nerves start to set in. I'm not sure if I've forgotten something or if I'm going to screw something up at the last minute somehow or get poisoned jumping to the top of the ship. And honestly, I'm just nervous. I just want it to be over.
How many runs has this man lost to getting poisoned? Probably so many. Okay, so stocking food. Okay, lots of so this is why you needed so many coconuts.
Food.
There it is. Coconut
Pop
flask.
These water coconut flasks in there. They're a little bit more unwieldy to put in here because if you go too fast, you can drop them with water still in them, and then you got to pick up all 10 and sort through them to figure out which one you need to actually put in.
Okay, he's got water, stock fuel.
Fuel's loaded up.
2 fuel cans. Repair the cockpit. Yes. Propeller.
Parts are on our plane, and we are ready to go.
And the music. The game literally can't keep up with anything.
Now, in previous runs, we were clocking the time until the very end of this cutscene, but now, with my last run, the sub 31 minute, and then this one, the timer stops on the last interactable moment, which is whenever we press the launch plane button. And I've timed it out. It's about a minute 30, a minute 45 from the point where we get to the island rendering in to whenever we press that button. So a lot of those previous runs that you saw in the montage that were failed ones, I had an idea of how quickly I was going to be able to get up here and get done. And this, unfortunately, was not the absolute fastest one that I had.
Right? Oh, no, that's not launched.
The last one in the montage where I was on the ending ship, when I was on the very last island in the morning at like 17 minutes. That was supposed to be like a sub 20-minute run right there. And man, that would have been sweet to have gotten because that's definitely a benchmark I'm excited about passing. But
bro,
I'm pretty happy with the time for this one.
I'm gonna throw it out here again. If this game ever gets down past 15 minutes, I'll react to it again. How about that? If it gets down underneath 15 minutes, I'll throw it out here again. This has been so you see the flashlight clip through it. This has been so entertaining to watch, especially with how different the strategy is.
That throttle button twice because I'm literally just pressing and holding E like
0.5 second time loss. Reset the game.
I can, just to get that as quick as possible.
See, that's why that kind of stuff is still all this stuff is still counted in the time.
There's the time. 21 minutes and 22 seconds. The fastest Stranded Deep has ever been completed.
Dude.
Well, if you guys enjoyed that, please give me a like and drop a subscribe if you haven't already.
I'm already subbed.
And if you're
leave
interested
a like.
in something a little bit more tangible, we actually have merch now.
Let's go. Everybody go support Speedy Deep down below in the description. Bro, I absolutely love these kind of speed runs. I love survival games just in general, and getting to come back and watch Speedy Deep beat this game like straight up 14 minutes faster than last time is a treat, man. He really does seem like he's the guy who's pushing the speed run forward, and it makes it so much fun to watch. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you again for coming out, and we'll see you guys 3 hours later. And you crash into the plane. It's great. It's great. You're the one who caused your own plane crash. It's the Stranded Deep ending, you know? It's one of those. It's just one of those. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.